If you could read my mind, love.
Hey, it's you! Come on in and join us!
You already know what soap we're doing today.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad you found our little barbershop. Thank you for being here. Your chair is always open. And if you happen to be here during one of these videos' live premieres on YouTube, come in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
And for our mention today, we wanted to let you know that on Thanksgiving, we are dropping an episode. We like knowing that we can keep our barbershop open for anyone that would like to hang out with us for a little fun.
Absolutely, and the soap we are doing was a gift from DJ, y'all. It is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Irish Coffee. So if you would like to have coffee with us on Thanksgiving morning, be here at 9 a.m. Pacific, and we will too. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today, we got this postcard in a box a while back, and we're like, oh, does that mean it's going to be coming out? So we have ESP for you today, y'all.
Y'all, and Alexander the Great, back from my old magic days. They're on the label itself. So I am so excited to meet this soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Imagine a fragrance that transcends the mundane borders of sight and sound, reaching deeper back into the space beyond sensation. This is ESP, Extra Sensory Perfuming, a fragrance that strikes something deeper, something ancient, hovering between the known and the elusive. This is more than just shaving territory, people.
Our senses are but a frail latticework, a closed-eyed net cast over the vastness of reality. In the cracks and spaces between, ESP slips through, conjuring knowledge beyond sight, sound, and scent, an esoteric doorway into realms rarely glimpsed by ordinary folk. Perhaps the ancients understood this well. Their attars were a testament to knowledge that was less a chemical formula and more an invocation. Attars breathed meaning into the mundane everyday chore of self-care. We here at Phoenix Shaving drank from the same ancient well. At this point, you're probably wondering what the heck an attar is. Una momento.
An attar is a timeless essence distilled from petals, woods, honeys, resins, and spices, crafted through an ancient art that whispers of forgotten rituals and sacred groves. Each drop is a world unto itself, a fractal of an undiluted spirit captured through methods older than memory. To wear attar is not merely to adorn and anoint oneself, but to commune with a deeper primal elegance, a scent woven from earth, sun, and sometimes, like ESP, shadow. A true attar lingers like a folk tale that refuses to be forgotten. In parentheses. That's like our unofficial theme here, no?
Wow. Y'all, what a movie trailer this sales page is turning out to be, and there's more. ESP is born from the deep ancient tradition of attar, but this is not the light floral attar of warmer times, where meta-nectar explores the brightness and light. ESP plunges into the shadow without a second thought, only second sight. It's dark, musky, and warming, more soul-serving than a fragrance. A scent traditionally worn in cold weather, but suited for any season where mystery is the backdrop. I have worn ESP in muggy jungles.
My goodness.
Woo!
Okay, that is a sales page, my friends. ESP will not sit quietly in your collection. No, it will call to you over and over, bringing you back again and again to lift that lid and steal a sniff. And deep down, you know I'm right.
Y'all,
I'm sure he is.
I know nothing about this except this has sent shockwaves upon shockwaves upon shockwaves. And then a series of aftershocks through the community. My phone exploded. I knew when everybody received these because my phone would blow up. So y'all,
I'm excited.
I am guessing this is going to be a banger, but we might get a few hints when we open the box. Alright, the monster mashup came in this box, so this is a... Y'all, I don't mean to alarm you. But we have got ourselves a hollow label! If you buy one of the first 50 sets, it includes a special edition, very often limited edition hollow label.
Let me see.
Oh, this one's beautiful. Look how the cards are sort of...
there's even tarot cards?
I know! They're sort of like transparent, and you
Wow.
can see the fortune
It
teller
says
sitting behind.
ESP attar, but then in parentheses it says but you knew that.
Right. And no, these are the actual ESP cards that we used to use at the Magic nightclub. So
crazy.
Very cool, because this kind of takes me back to those days. Oh, and I almost forgot.
Yeah, we got more to open here.
Splash in here too. Y'all, let's see what the label. This is my favorite. Oh man.
And he's inside. Is that what's his name again?
There he is. I was afraid I would have to go back and edit that out.
No,
Alexander is on the label.
There.
He's in the queue.
Hidden.
Y'all, the great Alexander. He was one of the very first mentalists in the world of ancient stage magic. Ancient going back to the early 1900s. Yeah, way ancient.
I keep thinking of Madame Leota from the Disney ride. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, there she is.
Y'all, look how gorgeous and dapper these labels are. If you were a fan of old comic books, are you not loving these labels for Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements?
For sure.
Beautiful pieces of art. This is going to be amazing.
Even after reading that thing, I still have no idea what this is going to smell like, which is
I
super
know.
fun.
I know. And when songs are already being sung about this, and I don't know a single set note, I'm trying really hard not to.
I know, me too.
This will be the first time I am going in, I think, absolutely, completely blind, but it's ESP, so I guess that's pretty apropos.
Yeah, and it's funny because no one will really tell us what it smells like. They just say, no, you need to smell it.
Or they say you already know, don't you, if ESP? So let's just have a first impression. Yo, I'm excited about this because even the brethren who don't ever really name their favorites are like, this is one of my favorites. They're being very clear about that.
Okay.
So I need to get my nose on this, but I want to ask you some questions first.
I'm kind of nervous now.
I know, the pressure's on. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we really didn't look at the set notes.
None at all.
No.
All right, so here we go.
I have no idea what lane. And the other one that he referenced, Meta Nectar, we don't have that one yet either.
Right.
So even if that's like a polar opposite, we don't even have that to kind of gauge off of.
This is the shadowy side of the
going
guitars. I guess, I don't know, maybe oud or tobacco or something like that. Who knows what might be in here? All right, here we go. Take it in. Oh, look.
Oh, wait.
Yo, mysteries and wonders. Look at the swirl under the sticker label.
Under our
you are under our command now. Look at that. That's so cool. All right, here, take it
That's
in.
funny. Okay, I wouldn't have even seen it.
They were talking the other day about which soaps have stickers. Hotel Cecil, the shaving.
That is fun.
Yeah?
But I'm trying. I don't know if I have words for this. Hold on. This is kind of hard to describe.
She usually has all the words. What'd you do, y'all?
Well, it's funny. You were listing like Hotel Cecil, and my brain was like, yeah, it's in like the CAD Hotel Cecil kind of a lane.
Is it?
It's not a classic aftershave, but like the tone of it, that light powder talky kind of mysterious side is coming through.
All right.
Okay.
'Cause Hotel Cecil and CAD are two of the absolute bangers of the Phoenix line. Everybody knows this. So if this is in that lane.
So, but when you were saying that people are throwing it on the favorites list, I'm like, well, it's in that zone of like, it's kind of a friendly, opening, welcoming kind of vibe.
Nice. Okay. Foxy might have to invent a new day of the week for this.
Okay, there are definitely like herbs here, but they're not any of the fall herbs that we've been working with.
Oh, okay.
Like it's almost like a solstice surprise for me.
Gotcha.
Like it's that white herbs.
Right.
I don't know what those are, but they're creating a clean side.
Right.
And then at the end, it kind of jumps into more of the talky-ish or like a white stone.
Right.
I don't even know if that could have a scent.
Whoa.
But I'm not getting like a crazy array of colors.
Wow.
Which is funny.
Oh, that's weird for you.
Because I usually do. Like I'm just getting white.
Whoa.
Maybe it's white noise. I don't know. Things are canceling out.
In Solstice, it's white sage. Is that what you're getting maybe? Is that where it's starting?
It could be. It could be. That may be the right lane.
Gotcha.
But that Solstice one is much more dry. This isn't as dried, if that's what the herb is.
Right.
It may be a different type of wood, or something in that zone.
Right.
But it's putting me in like that classic aftershave zone without all the greens, without all the ambers, without the fougères. I don't know what's creating it.
Whoa!
But it's putting me in that sort of lane. If I had to pick other stuff that we have from Phoenix that's in there, but I'm a little stumped here, y'all. It's
much like ESP. Maybe you're figuring it out by the negative space, by what it's not.
Well, and then because they were mentioning shadows, I was thinking it would be more of that darker anise kind of thing or something.
A cold read. She's doing a cold read. An attar is generally like a personality that's built up of florals that's meant to not be any particular flower. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're supposed to take it in as like a wave of florals without any particular scent.
And that's why I knew it wasn't an herb, but I knew it was something in that zone. Yes, I understand, but I think it's a white floral.
Right.
It's not one that I'm used to smelling that often, or it's like a dried floral petals, maybe.
Like a rolly geranium kind of thing, maybe?
Not as sweet.
Oh, okay.
So more, I don't want to say it's not as floral.
Right.
I can tell that's what's adding the sweet side, because I'm not getting anything gourmandy in here.
Right.
I am really getting that like brisk, kind of cleaner side.
Whoa!
But I think it's fun because we do not have anything that smells like this in our den, which is after 400 soaps you think would be hard to find.
Right.
But they did it. We don't have this. I was just trying to find anything to grasp at to give you a certain lane. But I know you're saying florals, but I'm not getting a feminine floral thing happening.
Okay.
So it is more the masculine, tamer florals.
Right.
Floral for cologne homages, there's like a pepper thing in here.
Right.
And at first I thought I got something close to that, but the more I'm smelling it, I think the floral something is bringing me in.
Right.
There's a mystery thing in the middle that I am not as used to knowing.
Okay.
And then there's something that goes sort of talky at the end.
Right.
But I'm missing the intro and the mid. I've just got like 2 out of the 4, I feel like.
Wow. Okay, so we're missing acts 2 and 3. Y'all, let me see if I can help you out.
See if you can help. Maybe your nose, at least what I told you it isn't. Maybe you'll be able to find out what it might be.
Well, ESP is not an exact science.
It is not.
All right, here we go.
See if Marcus can use his ESP techniques to help us out here. I knew he was gonna like it.
Holy crap, y'all. Holy crap, y'all. Wait.
I know. That's why I threw in the 2 names that I did, because those are in his list.
Okay, y'all. The only thing in the 60 or 65 PAA sets that we have that is anywhere close to the state where this is located is the ubiquitous, is the enigmatic, and often sung about Planet Phoenix.
Oh.
Y'all, and I'm not sure how they're cousins. They are not like direct, they're not the same family, but they are for sure
distant cousins.
And
all right.
Now I know why this was tricky, because out of our entire cabinet, that's the only one where I was gonna ask Douglas, what is this? What does it smell like? And I think I remember him saying something about it being sort of an neroli, but like it's its own thing. This is its own thing's cousin. Mm-hmm. That's, y'all, and this might be the star. Planet Phoenix might be the cousin.
Right.
Y'all,
I almost said 70s. I almost said I got a 70s vibe, which Planet Phoenix for us took us to the 70s. So maybe they're just the same decade kind of thing.
Y'all, this is wildly floral and wildly clean at the same time. This is wildly spicy and wildly soothing and creamy at the same time.
Creamy's a good word.
Y'all, you know why Douglas might have named it this? There is something at the Magic Club that we used called equivocation, where in order to do most of the ESP tricks that we did at the Magic Club, it involved asking a question in such a way that the person gave you the answer you were looking for. And what it meant was that between these 2 choices, you perceivably had a free choice, but you didn't really. And they're generally polar opposite things that you're choosing from, so that the magic looks bigger and grander. Y'all, this for me is an ESP deck of cards. Is this the circle or the triangle? Is this the wavy lines or the square? This is all things at once, and you sense it when you put the ESP deck together. That's the only time this becomes its true personality. The rest of the time, you are looking at all of these different symbols that all smell like such different things.
Right.
That's what this is. This is the ESP deck of shaving soaps.
Well, snap.
So,
can you put that into a scent?
Right.
There you go.
Right. So one of them, the circle, is a citrus. The square is the talc at the end.
Okay.
The wavy lines are some kind of neroli. Yeah.
Okay.
The triangle, like you said, might be like a sage or like an herb, something like that. And there's one more. Wait.
It's hard for me to find. Maybe in the splash I'll be able to get it a little bit more, but it was creamy, clean, white.
It's a
all I
sugar.
saw.
It is some kind of sugar that's maybe been crystallized or burnt.
So not just vanilla. There's
No. It's not vanilla.
Twisted.
It's not vanilla. That's just it. It's something that's masquerading as vanilla that doesn't have that flavor in the middle. That goes mysterious rather than familiar. Vanilla would have been way too familiar. This is something else. Whoa.
I don't know how it can be so comforting And so, like, just alluring overall. Like, every whiff you take, you're like, I want to keep whiffing.
Well, I think it's because each one of those symbols has such its own beautiful personality. And the thing about it, too, each one of those symbols is unique. I don't recognize them from anything except Planet Phoenix had one or two of those cards in it. So that's the thing. You don't know these cards. And you know what? Much like the Magic Club, when I would get out my ESP cards, they look like regular cards on the back. But you turn them around and people's heads blow off. They're like, where do you even buy those? What? And I'm like, over there, behind the counter. You're here at a Magic Club. But when you're expecting to see a King of Diamonds and it's like a bunch of wavy lines like on Ghostbusters, your brain is like, what? So when I open this expecting tobacco or expecting the beach or expecting a phenomenal homage or expecting something, out of complete left field, I'm given an ESP deck and I'm instantly trying to identify these symbols and I'm just wanting to take them in all together because that is the magic trick.
Right. When you were asking me how to figure it out, I'm like, I don't know if I even want to because I like being so just in awe of what they're doing on their own.
Wow. That is wild.
So now that you say Planet Phoenix has that light green hue to it, if you could take that and make it like a light tan or a creamy white color.
Right.
Like that's, I think, where but the vibe, I do get that velvety texture. I do get something like that still to me.
It does not go as fruity as Planet Phoenix. It doesn't go in that sort of citrusy direction. It stays more somehow crowd-pleasing and somehow less.
And I almost don't want to pick a gender for it because I do think Planet Phoenix is a little more masculine. This one, I don't think it's supposed to be more of a vibe or an energy. I don't think it's supposed to be like masculine and feminine.
And so, it's got kind of a floral note in it that is familiar as if I've smelled it like once. Like a super unique kind of flower that got thrown
not
in
the norm.
No, as like the son of a funeral director. Every once in a while, we would get an arrangement from somebody's native country.
And you're like,
and there would be flowers, so you'd be like, oh, what are those? Those are beautiful. So it's something that I smelled long ago of like flowers, but like it's a different flower. It's a beautiful flower. It's a strong flower.
I think when you were saying florals earlier, my nose was like, well, I know you're right, but I can't tell you which one.
Right? And this is our Aerolite brush from PAA. This is one of our favorite brushes. It kind of looks like those old Max Factor Hollywood brushes.
We thought it kind of went with the theme a little bit here.
But it's an homage to a famous shaving brush.
It is.
And our Haley's Artisan Bowl. I kind of thought this looked like something a fortune teller would have sitting on the counter. You know what I mean?
Maybe a glass ball would sit inside there. You know.
Oh, look at that, y'all. That's, I'm sure, what they had in mind.
Sure. Ooh-wee.
Y'all.
I can't even imagine what's happening over there.
Y'all, what they have done to florals, caramel did for sugar. You know what I mean?
Ah, that's deep.
What the Gong Show did for vaudeville. Sonny got his share.
It's funny. I don't know if I'm getting anything that I'd want to eat, but I want to sit and smell it. Like when you get fresh herbs that come in and you just want to take whiffs of it. I get more of that. Like my sensory senses are like spinning out of control.
All right, y'all. This is something you will only find on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Amazing Randy whiff. On 3. 1, 2. Wow. Oh, y'all. There's charm in getting it a little bit stronger from the puck. But there's something wider and more beautiful and more natural here in the lather. Wow.
It's interesting. I think my brain wants to explain this as white velvet.
Whoa.
Not sure what that means.
That's why she's here, folks. Absolutely, that's what this is.
If that texture could have a smell, it's brand new. I don't know.
100%.
That's what I'm getting. I still don't know what's making this scent at all.
White velvet with some flowers and some baby powder.
Yeah.
Sprinkled on it.
It's beautiful.
Getting to look a lot like Christmas. And y'all, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take out our ESP deck and look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, going back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I need the biggest banner ever. Sarah was right. We start with
white sage, y'all.
Oh, you called that warm yet sharp, as if to purge and invite all at once.
Ooh, and then Palo Santo.
Rich, smoky, a mix of pine, lemon, and the ghost of ancient woods.
And patchouli.
Patchouli. Dark, earthy, slightly sweet, but restrained. A shadow supporting the whole. That's very true. It is barely perceivable in here, but you'd know if it wasn't.
And this was the floral, I think, for sure. English lavender.
Soft yet warming, diffusing rough edges like a balm for the mind.
Wow, that's a good description.
If anybody could actually sell a balm for the mind, it would be Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements through their sales page.
Coriander.
Beautiful.
There is some spice.
A relic of spice and mystery, as though lifted from a lost map of trade routes.
And ginger. Oh, that might be
That's
the ginger side.
part of the mystery. A sly note, citrusy and warming, grounding and unsettling all at once. This is what's masquerading as the citrus. There ain't no citrus in here.
Nope.
Wait, let me make sure.
No.
There ain't no citrus in here.
Ooh.
We did call this. If there's
Okay.
going to be a shadow side, how do you not bring in a little smoke? Deep and hypnotic. A rich layering of wood, leather, and night.
Oh, and then benzoin.
I love this. Sweet, resinous, almost like vanilla, tempered with a whisper of spice.
And then labdanum.
Musky grounding with an animalic depth that hints at fire and
Hey.
ancient stone.
Wow, we're doing
We're
good.
doing great today. I
doing
thought
really
this
good.
one's going to be a lot harder. And then here's your old friend.
Okay, oak moss. It's not a green. Earlier I was saying, like this is that other side, that kind of textured one.
Earthy and sensual, lending a final anchoring touch to the blend, bridging the realm of scent to that of sensation.
Well, that is a write-up, my friends.
Whoa.
We even got translations for all those
Y'all,
scents.
I am shocked. I don't think we've ever done as well with scent notes that we've
I'm
never
actually
read.
very impressed. Because if you took a whiff of this, I don't think it would be, like, I was really stumped to try and get words out. I was grasping at straws here, y'all.
And y'all, we have sensed some of these scent notes in other PAA soaps,
Yep.
but it's not the same oil. This is not the same oud that's in Oud Spice. This is not the same patchouli that's in other things, y'all. This is something different.
And it's interesting because now when you look at it, there's like something light, something darker, something light, something darker. So they're almost all canceling each other out.
Well, you can't have shadow without something to cast it. And we do happen to know, if you do have a proclivity for ESP, there is $1 million prize out there for the claiming. It was set forth by a guy named James the Amazing Randy, who I actually helped once try to debunk a guy named John Edward by providing some death certificates from a few different states that you had to be a funeral director to even get. But I proudly did it. He was kind of like Houdini. He had the belief that, like, maybe I'd love to discover something real out there, but until then, I'm just going to debunk all the frauds. And y'all, I wonder if you might like to try an ESP experiment along with me, but we're going to have to go a little bit deeper. And y'all, Philip Sharp's been doing such awesome stuff on YouTube. When we watch him lather the face, we love to see how that lather covers. And since we don't do shaving here on the Barbershop Duet, we do want to show you. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, and it feels nice and warm. Good on my face. Here we go. May I do the arms? Y'all, look at that. Michelle Marceau. We're going to be doing mime work here in 20 minutes.
Ooh, it does smell good really close to your
know,
nose,
it
actually.
really
Like
does.
letting this scent just be here smells pretty darn good.
Whoa, y'all, what I love best about Planet Phoenix is it gets to its high point with me real quick. This doesn't. This, I can just keep taking
Right.
it in. I don't think I can put on enough of the splash. Oh my God, there's a splash. And y'all, here is the splash. Oh, I am so excited about this.
I feel like this is going to be a nice... You just shaved too, so you're going to get a good...
I know, and I did not put on a splash yet, so I've been waiting for
been
this.
waiting.
All right, here is that beautiful sound when the plug leaves the aftershave. You ready, y'all? Here we go.
There we
there
go.
it was. I'm so excited right now. I'm excited to see what else might be in here that we can't really sense in the soap, because as Douglas and Fran will tell you, the soap's rather one-dimensional. The splash is 3.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah? No? Yeah? Maybe. I think he's going to be putting this on a lot tonight.
I'm having an out-of-body experience.
I need to play. You got to share.
You have to know this. I'm going to put some of this on the dog.
Yeah, she's fine. It's good.
She still has some Harvest Moon on her from
She
the other
does
night. If you're watching
somehow.
that episode, we accidentally got some on.
You like it?
Dear Lord.
Okay, now that we've read that whole list, I feel like we're getting a lot more of the complexity. Like, that was a good chunk of scent notes to be reading.
I'm pulling them back up because hold on a second. What is creating that sense of the powder in this? It's the lavender, it's the coriander, it's the white sage. But what a beautiful character this is. I feel like the sage, the oak moss, and the Palo Santo are sort of on one side.
Wow.
The ginger, the florals are on the
Yeah,
other.
and
the
I'm getting
lavender.
like the ginger and oud together.
Right.
Like the everything that's a dark or a sweeter or a light, they're all like attaching to each other.
I feel like they all can combine with each other, and then you can sense those two together, and then
Yeah.
these two together,
Yeah.
and then these two together. So with normal soaps, we can sense where this binds with this, and then this binds with this, and then this binds with this.
I know you
I
like
know,
it.
but this is like this clicks and you smell it, and then they unclick, and they click again down here, and you smell it, and they unclick, and then they click together up here.
Yeah, but they keep changing. Like they
Right.
click and unclick and then switch and click. Like they all blend well together,
This
but in new ways.
Is totally different every time I smell it.
Yes. And even as it's drying down, like by the second, it keeps changing on me.
I mean, sometimes it's a beach, sometimes it's an aquatic, sometimes it's like my dad's old aftershaves in the 60s.
I still feel like I'm in like late 60s, early 70s though. Like something that's happening.
Right.
That's the time that I'm being transported to. I don't know if that helps.
Wow. And if you could build the sense of a shadow out of beautiful florals,
Yeah.
that's what this is. I think the entire mystery can be summed up from the very beginning. I think this is an attar that's meant to be absolutely beautiful, but somehow bring every ounce of beauty possible out of the darkest shadow.
Right. It's almost like it's pretty, but it has dark edges. Like, you know, it's still got the fun sides, depending what your brain wants to smell.
Right.
If you just try to let the smell wash over you, I think you're going to go for a wild ride, my friends.
And for those of you very new to the internet, let me show you a trick you have not seen before. This is something I used to do at the Magic Nightclub. Would you think of one of these cards, please? Remember it, value and suit. Very important. And send your thoughts to these cards, because the ink on these cards is super sensitive to human thought, and you will cause something miraculous to happen just by sending your thoughts through the camera into these cards. You ready? Let's see if you've done it. Is one card missing? Did one card seem to go completely blank? And was that the card that you chose?
It's gone.
That's pretty cool. $14.95 at the Magic Shop. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just think of a number between 1 and 1,000. Send that number to me. Now, I'm going to say a number on the count of 3, and all you have to do is a simple yes or no. Is it 325? No? Well, you just got your own! So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com. Or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what's cool, y'all? When I take this next to Planet Phoenix and I smell them together, sometimes they're not really the same at all. And sometimes they grow even closer together. I'm not sure what the magic is being done between these two cousins, but I can't wait to experience that third one he mentioned on the sales page. Y'all, what a beautiful scent. Just sits on my shoulder in such a fabulous masculine way that if you look for the florals, they're there. But they are not the personality of this. The personality of this is somebody smart, clever, too clever for their own good, and on the spookier side, but somehow also on yours. And boy, does this Phoenix base hold a scent better than anything in the business. Y'all, from one tub to the other, I never sense the base. I just sense these glorious fragrances, and it is as functional as anything in our cabinet. I love this stuff. Thanks, Douglas and Fran and Huxley. Welcome to Messages.
So for our November giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win $20 to Murphy and McNeil.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible is send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then, hey, check back here on November 30th for our first Christmas episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck!
So, y'all, if this is the cousin I might like a little bit better, let's talk about our masterpiece collection. That's right, number 5 for the season. Y'all, ESP is a masterpiece. Douglas and Fran, thank you for knowing exactly what little corners of light and shadow we like to explore in our shaving lockers and making this sensational soap.
I feel like this is one of those soaps, the more time you spend with it, the more layers there are hidden in this. I mean, even just that list that we were reading out, like, I don't think you could ever get bored of this scent. There's just too much to discover, which is super fun.
I can already tell I will never be bored.
It's true. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.